Good morning, students. I welcome you all to my channel where, inshallah, I am starting a series for uploading the lessons on grammar. So the first lesson, of course, is going to be on the present simple tense. That's also called present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense. And there are three situations when we are supposed to use this tense. And that is when we want to talk about routines or to talk about habits or talk about some facts or universal truths or universal phenomena. For example, he goes to his office every day is his routine. He watches a movie every Saturday is his habit. And the sun rises in the east is a universal phenomena. It's a truth, a fact. Mostly the students, they face problem in using the first form of the verb because they learn it easily that the sentence structure is going to be subject, verb, and object. And they also understand that the first form of the verb is going to be used in present indefinite tense or present simple tense. But the problem rises when they misuse or they make mistakes in using the first form with the addition of s, es, and ies. So in order to make it easier, I have divided the subjects or the pronouns that can be used as subjects into different types. So one side is called the right-hand subjects, while the other side is the left-hand subjects. On the right hand, we can see that we have I, we, they, you, and plurals on the fingers of the right hand, along with the first form of the verb. And then on the left hand, we can see he, she, it, singular. But one finger, that is thumb of your left hand, is left empty. So if we say, if we assume that both of these hands are two different homes, then we can see that the 5 doors of home 1, that is right hand subject's home, they are guarded by I, we, they, you, and plurals. While if we look at the second home, we can see that the doors are guarded by he, she, it, and singular nouns, but there is still one unguarded door, which means if somebody wants to sneak into this house, it's very easy, being one door open for them. That is why S, ES, and IES will be entering into this house wherever he, she, it, or a singular noun will be used in present simple tense. So if you remember this, you may spend maybe a few minutes and you memorize this thing. This mnemonic is going to help you overcome the mistake of adding extra SES or IES in the tense of present simple wherever they are not needed. So in order to overcome this mistake, perhaps making your hands two homes of left hand subjects and right hand subjects will help you. Now, how to construct a sentence in present indefinite tense? We know subject, verb, and object. This is going to be the formula or the sentence structure. We know the subject is the doer of the action, verb is action itself, and the object is the receiver of the action. Now, we are going to make sentences according to this structure. Subject, first we will be making sentences based on the right-hand subjects. And we know they were I, we, they, you, and plural subjects. So subjects of the right hand plus verbs first form and object. I, that is the subject of the right hand. Verb first form, run, and the object is a shop. We go to the market daily. They believe in themselves. You work hard. And Zoha and Chan help the poor. Now here we can see this is plural subject. This is not singular. Now you make your own sentences with these 5 pronouns of the right hand subjects. You can pause the video here, make your 5 sentences, and then tally with this formula of subject, verb, and object. Now, subjects of the left hand plus verbs form, first form, that will be added by, that will have the addition of S, ES, or IES along with the object. Here we can see he, she, it, and a singular name. They are the part of the 4 fingers or the 4 doors of left hand subject's home. He runs a shop. We can see the addition of S. She goes to the market daily. We can see the addition of ES here. It works well. So he, she, it, they have the addition of s or es with the first form of the verb in present simple tense. Now, Zoha sings melodiously. Zoha is a singular noun. It's a singular name, singular subject. Now, you are requested to make your own sentences with these 4 pronouns of the left-hand subject whom. After, you can pause the video here, make your sentences, and then come back here to see or tell your own sentences with the formula discussed here on this slide. Now, when we know the way or the need or the time when we should be adding ses or ies with the subjects, and of course they are the left-hand subjects, he, she, it, or a singular name. But when how would we be deciding when to add s, es, or ies? Yes, this slide is going to help you, as I will try to simplify when to add s, es, or ies. In simple verbs, we add s at the end of it. The verbs ending, for example, if you take the example of the first one, break, B-R-E-A-K, will become breaks. Simply add s at the end of break. Sleep becomes sleeps. Drink becomes drinks. Swim becomes swims. See, there's addition of only s at the end of these verbs. But the verbs ending at or on double s, sh, ch, o, x, or double z will take es as addition. For example, miss becomes misses. He misses his mother. Wash becomes washes. Zoha washes her clothes. Watch becomes watches. Go becomes goes. Mix becomes mixes. And buzz becomes buzzes. The bees buzz in my room, or the bee buzzes in my room. Now, when are we going to add ies? This is the third case. The verbs ending on consonant plus y, we change y to I and add es. For example, look at the first example. Hurry, H-U-R-R-Y. The verb is ending on y, but the very letter before y is a consonant, that is R. So this y is preceded by R, that is a consonant. So in such a case, we are going to remove or change this y with I, and then we will add es. And it becomes hurries. These are the spellings of hurries. Marry becomes marries. Carry becomes carries, etc. But if the verb ends on y but is preceded by a vowel, that is the opposite of this one. The first condition where the vowel, the y was preceded by a consonant. But what happens when y is not preceded by a consonant but a vowel? In such a case, we do not bring about any change in the spelling and only add s. For example, obey becomes obeys. Pay becomes pays. Now, if the idea is clear, can you come up with some, maybe 2 or 3 examples of your own of the verbs that are ending on y, preceded by a consonant, changing into ies, and y, preceded by a vowel, not changing at all? You can pause the video, write your own words, and then move ahead. Now, how to make negative sentences. Here we have the formula that subject plus do or does not plus verb's first form plus object. Now, Zuhaib does not complete his work. If I ask you what would be the simple form or the positive form of this given sentence, what would that be? Zuhaib completes his work. This is going to be the simple formula, simple sentence. Zuhaib completes his work. But when we change this sentence from completes into the negative sentence, see, we added do not, because do also ends on o, do. So we took the s from the end of completes and added it with do. And because do was ending on o, so we had to change the spelling of s into es, because any verb ending do is itself a verb, although it's playing the role of an auxiliary or a helping verb here, but do itself is a verb as well. So this auxiliary verb will be added by es. We are going to add es at the end of this auxiliary verb and change it to does. So we have added, as we have added es already here, no more s would be needed at the end of complete. So the sentence becomes Zuhair does not complete his work. So we can see we add does not with the left hand subject. So it's not does not, actually it is do not, but we look at the sentence, and if the sentence is the one that has the subject from the left hand, we know that the subjects with the left hand, they need to have addition of ses or ies at the end of the first form of the verb. And since we change such sentences into negative form, that ses or ies substitutes the place with the do, and it becomes does, and there remains the simple form of the verb as it is in the sentence. For example, if I give you a sentence, he hurries to his mother. He hurries, hurries, to his mother. And I want you to change into negative sentence. So how are you going to change this sentence into negative form? He hurries to his mother. Now we have hurries with the addition of ias. So you are going to change this into negative sentence as he does not, and because we have already used does, it means the need of adding ses or ies with the first form of the verb is satisfied here. So it will be no more needed to be added with the first form of the verb. So it becomes he does not hurry to his mother. Now try to make sentences with the remaining pronouns of left-hand subject's house. They are he, she, it. Because I have used the singular subject here, singular noun. So 3 are left. So make sentences. You can pause the video here and make your own sentences. Now look at this one. I do not complete my work. What would be the simple form of this sentence? I complete my work. So what we did here, we only changed, we added do not. And since it was already, complete, I complete my work became, I do not complete my work. Already we didn't have any addition of S or ES or IES because I belongs to right-hand subjects house. So we add do not with right-hand subjects. They are I, we, they, you, and plural subjects. Now try to make sentences with the remaining pronouns of the right-hand subjects. You can pause the video here and make your own sentences. The third form, that is the third type of present simple, is interrogative sentences. And for this purpose, we can see the formula. If you look at the later half, that is subject plus verb plus object. This is the formula for the simple sentences. The positive sentences are present indefinite tense. What we did, we added do or does depending on subject, which house the subject has been taken from. If it is the right-hand subject's house, of course, I, we, they, you, plural subjects, we will be using do in the start of such interrogative sentences. But if the subject taken here, for example, it's a she, belongs to the left-hand subject's house, we will be using does in the start of interrogative sentence. Here are some examples, and I want you to complete them. Dash, he read his notes. So what do you think? Are you going to use do or does? Yes, it will be filled by does because he belongs to second house of subjects, and that is left-hand subjects. That will have one finger, one thumb unguarded. So SES will add easily. Look at the second one. Yes, do we stay at home? That's correct. And the last one. Yes, Robert, speak the truth. And now you already can see that make sentences with the 9 pronouns as subjects in right hand and left hand table. Total, there are 5 in right hand and 4 in left hand. So in totality, they become 9. So now you are going to make 9 sentences using these subjects. And by the way, are they going to be 9 sentences only? If you write 9 pronouns in the start of the same sentence, they will become 9 positive sentences. Then you change them into negative sentences and they become 18. And finally, adding after addition of interrogative sentences, the total sentences number is going to be 27. You can pause the video here and make your sentences. The last thing, time adverbials. What are time adverbials? Yes, a time adverbial is a word or a phrase which tells us when the sentence is taking place or the action is taking place. So time adverbials can also be used to describe the past, present, and future. Time adverbials for present indefinite tense are always, seldom, never, sometimes, often or often, frequently, generally, habitually, usually, occasionally, once, twice, thrice, etc. Whenever you use any of these time adverbials, remember that the tense is going to be present indefinite tense or present simple tense. For example, I always wake up early in the morning. I seldom visit my relatives. I never visit my relatives. I sometimes read a book. So all of these time adverbials are going to be a part of present simple tense. With this, I thank you all, and remember, you need to remember that practice makes perfect. It's practice that makes perfect. You can also see that it's present tense because it's a proverb, it's a universal truth. So we have used present simple tense formula here. So in case of any queries or any comments, you can use the comment section after watching this video. And if you think that there are some areas that need suggestions, that need to be improved, you can give your suggestions in the comment area again. So thank you very much for watching these videos, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Bye-bye and take care.